Good night, teacher and classmate. This is our second part of final work about Tesla. Please, the next slide. Okay, so first we have the evaluation with the GCF method. First of all, we calculate with the first part the EBIT, NOPAT, depreciation, and the investment of working capital. Also, we have the capex and free cash flow. We calculate the percentage of the growing of free cash flow. Tesla have a problem because 2 years ago they have an increase of 500 on the last year of 200. So the percentage is 263. And for the last year, we choose 33% of growth because it's the standard of the vehicle and trucks industry. Finally, we have a enterprise valuation of 34,000 billions of dollars. So that means that the valuation of the company is pretty high. So it's a good ratio. Next, please.
For the valuation through the multiples, we use this indicator to compare the actual situation of Tesla company in order to be able to compare it with another companies in the same sector. As we can see, the share price of Tesla is 19.58, and comparing to Volkswagen and Toyota, use the enterprise value. Next slide, please. Now with the valuation through the market capital, first we need the share price. In this case, with the value of July 9th, is $655, and the shares outstanding is 963 millions. And we have the market capital value is more than 631 billion. And this indicator shows how much the company is worth determined by the stock market. Next slide, please. With the comparative analysis, we're gonna use the three indicators that we talked about before. First, the DFC, Tesla's free cash flow is growing significantly. About the multiples, Tesla's competitor have lower EV/EBITDA ratio. Market cap, Tesla stock price is been growing. About the DFC, Tesla's present value is high, even the cash flow data is valuable enterprise. About the multiples, Tesla's share price is more valued than its competitors. And about the market cap, this one shows a high value of the company, which means safe for the investors. And now analyzing the GameStop case, first we have to understand this case. This is a case that started in this forum called Wall Street Bets from Reddit. And basically, they started buying shares from this company, like massive shares. And the price of this company went from about $5 per share to $340. The problem with this case was that the stock value did not show the real value of the company, and this was higher. And after a certain period of time, that I think it was a week, this value decreased, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. In the case of Tesla, to avoid this situation, they should regulate their stock that they have for sale. So this price doesn't become higher than the real value, so the investors don't lose money through the time.
Well, now we will talk about the COVID context. So the relationship between Elon Musk or Tesla and COVID has been really interesting because it seems like Elon knows that the COVID is something real. However, he thinks that something bogus or weird is going on. The big news was that he took 4 COVID tests the same day on the same company, and 2 of them were positive and 2 of them were negative. And he's always tweeting about this stuff. So when the lockdown was on and everybody was on their home, like at the beginning, Tesla followed the rules, but then he even called, I think, the mayor of California a fascist. So California gave them the essential workforce, and they were allowed to work in Tesla, and Tesla reopened the factory. But then there were another kind of news, like Tesla shrugs off pandemic as sales hits new record. However, in 2021, Washington Post claimed that hundreds of COVID cases at Tesla were positive, but Tesla kind of hid this. And then Elon tweeted that he won't be taking the vaccine because he thinks it's not necessary, at least for him, but people should get it. Next slide, please. So now about the guidelines that Tesla itself has released, we can see that this photo shows the basic steps on what to do. These guidelines is a 6-step process, and it's supposedly to deploy and verify the responses and actions, and that actions are effective. These 6 steps are according to prepare the building, prepare the workforce, control access, create social distance plans, reduce trace points, and verify the confidence. Also, Tesla has made a North American team so they can distribute and protect items such as masks, hand sanitizers, not only to Tesla, but to all America. Next slide.
Okay, about the potential mergers and acquisition. Last year, Tesla shares rose significantly after the streak that many companies will want to buy those shares. So it ups to 80% more. According to Eric Ross, the perfect choice for Tesla is to choose Rivian because it's also based in the US, and the last year they brought out a pickup and sport utility vehicle that has a range up to 400 miles. And also it's important to mention that investors are Amazon, Ford Motors, and Cox Automotive. But then Ross added that Tesla batteries and economies of scale could add much more to this. However, it's important to mention that Ford has an investment with the Lincoln SUV line that could be mean something negative for Tesla, and it could be have some issues for that.
About if the company is profitable or not, we have to take into account that last year's the profit ratios of Tesla are negative, and they have also negative sales. They have lack of security for investment, negative income, but this year, the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal says Tesla has the first profitable year, but competition is growing, and Tesla posts first full year of profitability. This could be sustained by all the approaches we see before, because taking into account competitors and also the future free cash flow, Tesla would be a profitable company now and in the time he have an important growth, and that could be because of the increase of demand and sales, principally for the trend of use and buy sustainable cars. That is the principal, the car business of Tesla.
Financial derivatives. Well, about Tesla, in the last 52 weeks, this is according to 2020, common stock has experienced an intraday trading high of $968 and per share, and a low of $176. So this is highly volatile. That's why it could be a good option to not trade with stocks itself, but with options or futures. So we can have better profits with lower risk. Also, another important thing of Tesla is that it has gains and losses for exchange rate. The last one was gains. They gain a lot of money. However, this will not only be the case, so they can use forwards because it's an agreement between two parties to exchange a certain amount of currency in an exchange rate for a set future date. And then we read that Elon Musk has loans, and with these loans, he bought shares of Tesla. So maybe if this is a high interest rate to pay, he could swap it with maybe a variable or fixable rate.
Okay, for conclusions, we have that Tesla is an enterprise that has been growing in the last years to the latest tendencies of EV as means of transportation. Due to this, sales in the market started in constantly growth. In that way, Tesla is in a position that is one of the leading electric vehicles brand in all the world. Also, is trying to expand its range of electric investment in another fields. Tesla is an unpredictable company. They have dynamics change in different radios, balance cash flow, and that provides an unstable view of the company at a time. But for many critics, even in that positions are pretty attractive for investors. The stock price for Tesla is been growing exponentially because of the plans for the future that the company shows, and that which makes the investor feel safer to invest in it. Last year, Tesla achieved a growth up of 80% of its shares, as I mentioned, and that which makes it a value company grow more, and it can make decisions under what they need or what they want. They don't need another company to make a decision.
Recommendations. Tesla must start investing little by little in other countries that are not only well developed. In doing so, they will solidify their strategy. Maybe Central America and South America would be a good option. Another recommendation would be that they could try to regulate and demonstrate stability in time to transmit security to investors and avoid possible losses in future. Also, Elon Musk is a person that has a really important image in Tesla, so he should be careful of what he says in order to not also make or bring instability to the company. And Tesla doesn't need to really merge with another company. Their numbers are great and they are growing really good. Thank you.